Have you ever spoken to somebody and you've just thought, I'm not sure. Not sure if you actually know what you're talking about. I'm not sure if you're any good here. I'm not sure if I trust you. Well, that's what we're talking about today in episode 266 of the Daily Sales Message podcast, where every single day I teach people how to sell and I try and give you things that will help you to be more confident and sell more stuff in a very relaxed, practical, real-world scenario. So in today's episode, we're talking about 3 elements that your buyers need to see in you to trust you and have belief in you. And these are the 3 things: confidence, certainty, and expertise. Confidence, certainty, and expertise. Now, excuse me, if we come from back to front, expertise. Now, you should be expert at what you do. You should be expert at what you do. And if you're not, by definition, you should be. That's why you're in business. If you're not, got a bit of a problem. You should be certain you can get the result that you claim to be able to get. Because again, that's why you're in business. And if you can't get that result, you've got a bigger problem than learning how to sell anyway. So you should be certain. You should have expertise or be an expert in your area. You should have mastery over your area. But that confidence piece, that's the one that lets people down. And that's where you have to sound like you know what you're talking about. And you've almost certainly been on a call or in a meeting, met somebody where they said all the right things, quote unquote. I don't know, just didn't feel right. Something was missing. You didn't connect with them. It didn't feel right. And that's really where I spend a lot of my time with clients and students focusing. Is most people I talk to, are certain they can get the result. They are expert at what they do. Like, they got a great product or service. It's awesome. But they can't explain it for toffee. And there's a terrible realization that you can be really good at what you do. But if you can't explain it clearly, if you're not good at explaining what you do, then people don't think you're good at what you do, right? So if I'm really good at making ice cream sandwiches, whatever, after these banal examples, I'm the world expert making ice cream sandwiches. If you say, oh my God, they're so fascinating, how do you do it? If you can't then explain to me really clearly how you do it, like, well, it's a 5-step process and the temperature has to be this and has to be that and blah, blah, blah. If you can't do it in a nice, concise, controlled way, I don't know, are you as good as you claim to be? So confidence, certainty, expertise, those are the 3 things that your buyers need to see in you to trust you or believe in you. And like I say, most people are expert, most people are certain. The confidence piece is what lets us down more often than not. And that simply comes from being able to articulate exactly what we offer, doing our homework and thinking ahead of time. What are the questions somebody's going to ask me? Standardizing those responses, making sure we're prepared. We know what to do and what to say. For me, that is where confidence comes from. You know what to do and what to say. As basic as that is, that's what confidence is. And that's not just in a selling scenario, that's in any scenario in your life. That analogy is applicable. Right, that's it for this episode of the Daily Sales Message. Tomorrow, episode 267, I've got 500 reasons that you should buy from me. So I'm not going to sell anything to you tomorrow in tomorrow's episode. Don't panic. And I don't really sell anything in these podcasts anyway. But I've got 500 reasons for you to buy from me tomorrow. I won't explain all 500 because it won't be a nice short episode, but I'll explain the notion of that tomorrow. In the meantime, if you haven't already, do hop on over to sellingconfidencescore.com. That's sellingconfidencescore.com. You'll get a 20 yes/no question quiz. Takes about 2 minutes to fill it out. It will give you a score of how well you're doing at selling, where you need to improve, and more importantly, a free action plan to help you on your way. Like the stuff we talk about here on a daily basis. Really simple, really practical, completely free. And for most of it, you should be able to do it today. And you shouldn't have to buy any special equipment or anything to be able to do it. So sellingconfidencescore.com, head on over there. In the meantime, thank you for listening. Appreciate it. I'll catch you tomorrow for another exciting episode.